What's going on YouTube? This is Dawgs TV. We back with another one. In this video, I'm gonna give you guys my projected starters for the defensive line. Mind you, it takes a lot of hard work making these videos. So if I make an error, a typo as far as speaking, as whether it's speaking or a certain player at a certain position, cut your boy a little slack, man. I'm doing my best to give you guys some fire content. But anyway, let's get to the video. Before I give you guys my projected starters for the defensive line, it's all about personnel. It's all about the playbook. What style would Robert Livingston run opposed to Coach Kelly? Totally different defense. I can tell you guys right now, we only can go off of what we know. He actually played at William Mary. They ran a 4-3 defense. The Cincinnati Bengals also runs a base 4-3 defense as well. For my viewers that's learning as we go, a 4-3 is basically 4 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers. I can tell you guys right now, I'm expecting the 4-3 defense. But anyway, that's what I want to make sure I let you guys understand before breaking this video down. So let's keep the train rolling. First up, defensive lineman Sam O. I'm going to say O because I'm not going to pronounce that last name so you guys can be bringing heat in the comments. I don't know how to pronounce that. But anyway, Sam O, 6'4", 235, brings a lot of size to this defense, something they lacked. You guys know Colorado struggled against stopping the run, and they also struggled as far as getting to the quarterback, opposite of protecting the quarterback, which is pretty strange. But at the end of the day, I feel like Sam can definitely fill in that gap. Entered the transfer portal on December 4th. As you guys know, he did commit to the Pittsburgh Panthers, played in 4 games as a true freshman, utilized his red shirt in 2022, played in 11 games. So he's one of those veterans that understands the importance of getting out there on the field and being productive. 18 total tackles, 6 tackles for a loss, 5 sacks, 1 forced fumble. Sam O has a younger brother, Samson O, who was a 2023 5-star offensive tackle recruit who committed to the Miami Hurricanes. Very excited about this football player. I feel like his length and his size and athleticism will be key for Coach Prime Colorado Buffaloes defensively. And that's why I'm selecting him as the starter for the defensive end. Anyway, let's move to the defensive tackle. Defensive tackle, Shidiki Nkwocha. Now, Nkwocha is one of my favorite players of this transfer portal. As you guys know, he sat down with us about a month ago, speaking about the excitement of playing for Coach Prime Colorado. 5'11", 300 pounds. Nkwocha has put in consistent work as a 4-year starter. He racked up 94 total tackles, 7 for a loss, 4 sacks since 2020. What's interesting about Nkwocha is his history of wrestling. As he told us all as he joined our live, is very similar to being able to be a great defensive end with the hand movements and how it actually helps him get around the offensive line. 3-time regional champion wrestler. He carried a 102-5 record on the mat before he committed to Houston. He also had other Power 5 offers before deciding to go and play for Coach Prime Colorado Buffaloes. But as I said before, he has high hopes of playing this season. We don't know what's the deal with Bishop Thomas, so having someone like Shidiki Nkwocha ready to plug in immediately will be huge. And he's also one of the guys Coach Prime been shopping as far as to the NFL. He feels like Nkwocha is a first-round pick. I agree with him 100%. I'm very excited to see Shidiki Nkwocha get out there on the football field. But anyway, let's continue the video. Defensive tackle, Tyan Carter. Now, Tyan Carter adds size to the defense, 6'3", 303 pounds. But I was a little confused as far as choosing my next defensive guy as far as defensive tackle. And I say that because Shane Cox is another sleeper. You know, he had an L on his jersey last year, and Coach Prime ain't finna give you no L just to be giving you no L. So that tells us that he is a leader. But I feel like Carter will be one of those guys that just give him a run for his money. 3-star transfer, spent the last 4 seasons at Arkansas, where he totaled 60 tackles, 2.5 sacks during the span. And he also brings size, as I said before. But just because he's starting don't mean Shane Cox won't get some reps. So just because these guys are starting don't mean they won't be able to exchange out. You know what I'm saying? Football is a long game. These guys may rotate during each drive, each possession. So I'm telling you guys right now, the defensive line room is stacked. So there's no way you won't just not play Shane Cox and the rest of those guys. But anyway, that's my second pick as far as defensive tackle. Let's keep the train rolling. Last but not least, defensive lineman Quincy Wiggins. Now, Quincy Wiggins is one of those exciting players. Reminds me a lot of Michael Parsons. I say that because you can put him on the edge You can also put him at linebacker because he has that athleticism. With him being 6'6" with basketball experience, tells us he has a good vertical, so he can get on the outside, knock the ball down, especially when you're facing a dual threat quarterback that loves to get outside the pocket. And he also played at LSU as far as 4 games. Because of that, and because of the eligibility rule, he only has 1 more year to, it's all now or never for him. And that's what you want if you coach prime. You want dogs. You want guys that understand this is now or never. He's an original 4-star recruit. As I said before, has a 7-foot wingspan. Wiggins will give the Buffaloes a lot of depth as far as defensively, which will be very important. As I said before, having depth for this defense and also being in that 4-3 defense is going to be key for him, being able to get on the outside and get to the quarterback, as well as stopping everything as far as containing. And that's my 4 as far as the linemen. If you guys disagree or agree, drop it in the comments. Colorado had one of the worst defensive efforts last season, giving up over 400 yards per game this past season. It's clear Sanders and his staff are rebuilding the core, or have already rebuilt the core, but they haven't stopped yet. And I say that because after the spring, there will be another pool of guys that's hitting that transfer portal. There will be some guys on our roster that's going to leave as well. So the sky is the limit, and building that football team doesn't stop only in the spring. It continues until the first game of the season. So as I said before, drop a comment. Let me know if you guys agree, disagree. If you disagree, give me your starters as far as defensive linemen. If you guys enjoyed the video and you want me to do the linebackers, safeties, corners, let me know and I will do so. And if you guys like the video, definitely subscribe to the channel. Peace.